Hi, in this video I'll show you how you can absolutely start your first business even whilst working a full-time job. And the reason why I can sound so confident about that is because I've seen it happen again and again. And I'll share with you a concept in this video that's going to make it possible for you too. And it's a concept that I call the cash cow. I'm Rikke Hansen from Rikke.me. I help aspiring entrepreneurs just like you, as well as existing entrepreneurs, nail down what kind of business they really want to run and design it and get it off the ground. So I know how you feel right now. You really want to join the entrepreneurial ranks. At the same time, you're also a corporate professional. You probably work in an expensive city like London, New York, or San Francisco. And as much as you would love to start that first company of yours, you're wondering how the heck that's going to happen when you have bills to pay and mouths to feed and things to buy. And you're wondering what gives and how it's ever going to happen for you. At the same time, you're probably also seeing all these videos online and interviews with really successful entrepreneurs who are telling you that you got to chuck it all in, you got to risk it all, and you just got to hit rock bottom, and you just got to really go for it and risk it all. At the same time, here's what I know about you. If you're a corporate professional, like anything like a lawyer and a finance person, or anything that's a profession, then there are two things. A, you're used to having the money to fund a certain lifestyle, and B, you're used to being risk averse. I see this especially with my legal clients. They're literally trained to be risk averse, tend to overestimate risks. So when you hear things like just chuck it all in and go all in, you're like, oh my God, I can't do that. Trust me, there is another way. You don't have to do it full time from day one, and you don't have to risk everything. That doesn't mean that your transition will be easy, but it means that it's realistic. So let me share an alternative with you. Because here's the thing, it takes time to get your business up and running anyway. So there's no reason why you can't start on the side. You don't have to do all or nothing. What matters is that you do something. So we need to look at what is the part of the business that you could start now, and allow yourself to test drive it, feel it on your own body, how it feels, so you can fall in love with it enough to know that this is what you want. So actually, sometimes starting your first business whilst you're working full-time, it's not a bad thing at all. It's a good thing, and it's totally possible. And the reason why it's possible is that you can use the very profession you want to get away from to fund your first business. So here's the thing. I see so many people when they want to start their own business, they're like so desperate to get away from that profession they're in that they actually forget that they can use that well-paid profession to fund their first business. This is what many of my clients have done who've gone from corporate professional to business owner. So I wanted to share with you the 5 steps that you too can take to actually use your current profession to fund your first business. How cool is that? What a reframe we just did there, huh? So 5 steps I want you to think about. Number 1 is to actually decide, do you need a change? Do you want to become an entrepreneur? And why is that? And what kind of business do you want to run? Once you're clear about what kind of business it is that you actually want to start, then you need to look at, well, if I cannot start it full time and go all in, what is the version of that business that I can start now? Get clear on that. Number 2, reframe your mind around how you view your current scenario, how you view your current profession. Rather than hating it and wanting to throw the baby out the bathwater, just know that it's potentially you're sitting on a gold mine in the sense that it's going to help you fund that business you want to run. So change from hating it to looking at it as an ally that can actually help you where you want to get to. That is the whole cash cow concept, to use your current profession to actually fund your first business. So number 3, what you want to do is you want to decide, okay, in the current job I've got that I obviously want to leave and start my first business, do I actually want to stay here or do I want to leave? So using my profession as the cash cow, do I want to stay in my current job and keep making the money there? Because actually my current job is not so bad that it doesn't allow me to get the time outside of work if I really know how to spend it. Or is my current, and I see this a lot with a lot of my clients, is my current work scenario so toxic, so draining, so political that actually I can't even think about starting my own business when I get home from work or the weekends or in the mornings. Then you need to think about something else, and we'll get there in a minute with step 4. But what I've seen is a lot of people are totally able to stay in their current scenario, make the money they're making, and starting their own business on the side. Classic example is a client of mine who worked in corporate finance, but who gave himself, with my help, the space of a year to test run his business on the side by running specific events and undertaking specific work, so that over that year he got the proof of concept that he could make enough money and that it was feasible, so he could jump. But he was very clear, and this is one of the first things that I teach when people start working with me, whether it's my online courses or one-on-one. He was taught very specific time management techniques for how to actually carve out the time even when you're in a full-time scenario. So that was totally possible for him. I have also had other people who are actually able to renegotiate the terms of their work down to a part-time. And when I say part-time, we're talking 3 days, not 5, because 4 days is people paying you for 4, but giving you work for 5, So that's really important, just to notice that. I have a lot of professions where they think, oh, but we could never get part-time work, or I could never renegotiate my conditions. Well, frankly, this is the economy that if you are really good at what you do, there's so many people resigning now and changing careers, starting business, that if you're willing to stay for a little bit longer, you can often rejig your conditions. I've had several lawyers doing this, which is normally a profession where you think it's not possible, but they were like, oh, Rikke, that's never going to happen. They went back, they renegotiated, and they had to eat their words. So it is totally possible to do it that way if you reframe it. The fourth thing is getting into the gig economy mindset. So for those of you who really don't have an option to start that first business while you're in your current job, you need to get out and you need to find a stopgap job that will help you fund that business. So still using your professional skill set to get a really well-paid job. And here's what I want you to think about. We really are in the gig economy. So even just 3-4 years ago, contract work, part-time work, consultancy work was still not the norm. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, but in my industry, we don't do part-time, we don't do good contracts and this and that. Sorry, that is total bullshit. I have worked with a lot of corporate professionals. I am yet to find anybody who hasn't been able, if they really tried, to find that gig, to find that contract, to set up a consultancy, or to do anything like that to get a cash cow situation to fund their first business. So my challenge to you is that don't just go for the classic corporate, what are they called? Recruitment consultants, because frankly, they're going to do square peg, square hole. You need to Google, you need to network to find those experts and those consultancies that specialize in gigs, that specialize in consultancy, and then specialize in part-time roles. They're online, or they might even be within your network of friends. So you just need to get going with that. And then find the stopgap job, the stopgap contract that is absolutely perfect to free up that energetic space that you need, that you right now don't have because of toxic culture and all of that, okay? And then number 5, once you are in your cash cow scenario, you need to get yourself a hard deadline for when you are gonna go all in to that business. I suggest 6 or 12 or 18 months. You can see how that goes. But it's really important that you set a deadline saying, by this date, I will have chest driven so much on the side and build up on the side that I will jump. When you have a hard deadline, I can promise you, you will get your ass in gear and you will work so much harder and you will make it happen. I see this again and again, and I know it can happen for you. So rather than hating your current profession, use it as a cash cow to fund where you go next. It is absolutely possible. I'm already excited to see what you're gonna do. So over to you. What is the decision you need to make right now? What is that business you wanna run? And what is the version of that business you can start now on the side whilst using your current profession as a cash cow to fund it? That's what you need to decide. And then all you need to do is decide and take action on it. Change is you taking action on a decision you make, not keep doubting yourself. Decide and take action and make it happen. And welcome to the entrepreneurial ranks. I cannot wait to see you there. Here's what I suggest. Come on over to rikke.me and sign up for more information if you want even more practical information about how to make this transition of yours happen and join the entrepreneurial ranks. Thank you.